So homework 18, number 3, similar thing to what we saw in number 2, this negative sign needs to be distributed into that fraction. So we will rewrite it as negative 6c plus 6d over 2c plus 4c minus 5d over 2c. And then we can just basically combine like terms in the numerators. And so negative 6c and 4c will make a negative 2c. Positive 6d and negative 5d will make a positive 1d. And 2c is our common denominator. So it stays our common denominator as we add those fractions. So that one's pretty simple. Again, you could split this fraction into this part and rewrite it and do some wacky stuff to it. But again, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would just leave it like it is. On to number 4. I'll pause here for a moment so you can pause if you need to. And with number 4, we don't have any negative signs to be messing with, which is kind of nice. There is going to be a little trick thrown at us in number 4, though, and we'll see what happens when we get there. So I've got an 8b plus 7b is going to be a 15b. And then a 5 and a negative 8 is going to make a negative 3. And that's all over 12b. Now what we need to notice is that we can simplify this fraction. Just like we could simplify the fraction 8/12. We could divide the numerator by 4 and divide the denominator by 4 and get 2/3. The same thing can happen with a fraction like this one here on the left. And what we need to notice is that all of those three terms, the 15b, the 3, the negative 3, and the 12, all have a common factor of 3. So if I was to factor a 3 out of the numerator, I would be left with 5b minus 1. And if I was to factor a 3 out of the denominator, I would be left with a 4b. And so we will have what is left, because these two 3's are going to cancel. We will have 5b minus 1 over 4b. And that's going to be our final answer. I'll pause there, and if you need to, feel free to pause. I'm going to go up and box my answer in on this last one. So that's that. Hope this is helpful. I'll be back with number 5.